Welcome back to Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Now we shall do drill again. Ugh.
Regular trailer.
Great. Great. Who's up for 3D Dig Dug?
There's no walking tomato. I've been lied to.
As much as you would love to beat up the Pukas. That's what they're called.
I know. That's what they're called. It's still funny to hear, though.
When did you get to a freaking Pac-Man maze?
I think. Why do you think?
Alternate dimension. Maybe this is Pac-Man.
Ah.
We don't know.
How deep are those blocks that you can't go underneath them? You can't.
Can't. Break.
Very.
From underneath the ground. Must. Surface.
Dig! God damn it, dig!
There you go.
Get me out of this goddamn maze.
At least the drug gives them safety goggles for some fucking. Give safety goggles.
Well,
Do you want
It's good to
dust,
have
dirt,
safety.
and rocks in your eyes?
I don't think those affects Kirby like at all.
well, you don't like Kirby with safety goggles?
I mean, looks like Animal, for example. How drilling and digging he fucking does.
Well, you got a fur pelt around you.
Yes,
It keeps
around
the
him,
rocks
not
away.
in front of him though.
Yeah, but you see how fast he drills with the goddamn spinner?
Excuse me, what?
You gotta burn the wick, but also get rid of all the ice blocks. Therefore, the wick doesn't burn out. Or doesn't get put out.
Because you know, ice is just frozen water.
And you know, fire melts that. Also, holy shit, this one's long.
With.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
This is a Looney Tunes skit.
it really is. with fucking the road, where the fuck are the Roadrunner rats?
Kirby ate him.
Roadrunner, Bugs Bunny,
Wile E. Coyote, of course. Sort of a
hell,
genius.
the entire goddamn cast.
Yeah, Elmer Fudd is at the end of this.
Elmer.
No, he should have been the last one, digging through the ground.
Yeah, right now he's got his
Yeah.
gun pointed at a hole, thinking Bugs is underneath it.
Yeah, okay, and then the bug sets up a comically long fuse that goes all around the world, some to Mars and back.
Yes.
So it reminds you of those DC Looney Tunes crossover comics that happened a few years ago.
Oof, weird.
Elmer Fudd for Batman.
What?
Please tell me Elmer Fudd won.
Well, the thing is, though,
Realistic Elmer Fudd is a scary thought.
the thing is, though, is that Elmer Fudd was paid. Was told was informed by Bugs, which is like a guy. Well, it is in the Batman crossover, the Batman Looney Tunes one is like all the characters, all those characters are like actual people, just called like Bugs, Daffy, and shit, who look like human versions of the Looney characters they do.
They're the human OC counterparts, I got
Yes, pretty much yes. Elmer Fudd basically is trying to find out why Bugs killed his ghost. It's like, running gun. It's like, why the fuck did he kill Elmer's girlfriend? Because he called the other one. And then, but eventually, Bugs was like, I was paid by Bruce Wayne. So Elmer, is like, okay then.
Yes, because listening to a word Bugs says is automatically the truth.
I mean,
no, everybody knows he's a stinker.
Yeah, but the thing is, after Famford leads, Buggers ain't a stinker to Rick to the non-natural camera and stuff. So then Famford heads to like a guard that Bruce Wayne is at. He's disguised himself as like like a cabbie as like a cabbie and stuff. He then when he gets into like the premises and shit, he pulls out a shotgun and shoots Bruce Wayne in the chest.
So did Elmer win?
Oh, he got the trumpet. He got the trumpet. And then,
Man's getting this like detailed history lesson about this crossover. All he wants to know is, does he
I
win?
just want to know if Elmer Fudd beat the shit out of a Batman.
well, the thing is though, it ends because no one actually wins in the end. In this. In this.
Oh, I'm not interested.
Oh, like that, you lost me.
But the thing is,
Yeah,
I think
I'm not
if
interested
in
then.
a fight though, Elmer did take it when he did that because he shot Batman in the chest, or says he shot. No, the thing is, he shot Bruce Wayne, who survived because he's Batman. He has like a bulletproof vest underneath his suit and stuff.
Cheap.
To be honest,
And
I
then
just want to imagine one of the retellings of Batman's origins, but instead of Joe Chill, it's Elmer Fudd.
but the thing is though,
Be very, very quiet. Give me your jewelry.
after that happened though is because after that happens though is
I'm happy for Wayne.
I am so sorry.
because right after that happened, Wilfred slinked away, went back to his apartment, and then Batman shows up behind him.
Okay,
As Bruce's parents die, Porky Pig shows up. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
I mean, I think the bother at was good pork as it was. But yeah, that's and then basically when Batman gets out and finds Elmer in his apartment, Elmer turns shotgun around and just shoots at Batman in the face with his shotgun, point blank. He dodges, of course, but you go like, Jesus Christ, yeah. Elmer is prepared. Eventually, it leads to like, the person who there goes a sword. Eventually,
Look, another sword.
yeah. Eventually leads.
All right, look, sorry.
Yeah, just so. Eventually leads to both Batman and Alfred finding bugs to go, okay, what's going on? Eventually to find out the person who supposedly was killed wasn't actually killed. She just found the boss, like Alfred was too busy in nightlife and just being a hunter and shit. And things so she also was the girlfriend of Bruce Wayne for a bit as well, and she got a bit annoyed at like his nightlife being not being there pretty much.
Yeah, okay, let's stop right there with the whole girlfriend of Bruce Wayne bit. What woman hasn't he dated?
Fair. and then I've only seen two of them so far, and the other one is Catwoman and Sylvester. And Black Canary and Tweety. Like the actual Sylvester and Tweety, but in the DC universe.
So can we just get the return of Lunatics, but style of frickin' Justice League?
Oh, that'd be great. How that one goes is Catwoman's just finish your heist as she does, and then out of the sky pops Sylvester, like legit just Sylvester out of like a hole in the sky.
Another one of those Sylvester and Tweety mysteries, eh?
Yeah, and then Catwoman catches him and goes like, "Well then, you're a big
God,
cat."
remember that?
Yeah.
That was a show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
Eventually, so that happens.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it reminds me of just that gag from the Looney Tunes show where Granny's telling Daffy a story, and he's like, "Wait, did you die?" And she's like, "Yes, I died." Because she's the one retelling the story.
Yeah.
Daffy is... His intelligence is certainly impressive in some way.
But
Duck season fire.
Hey, Buster, where's the expensive soup?
But yeah, so basically then eventually Black Canary is in this, is like the other character of the story, and eventually leads to her going back to a dressing room and like doing singing at like this like club and shit, and Tweety's in the dressing room and stuff. Eventually, this whole like comic leads to every bird themed superhero and every cat themed superhero fighting to pretty much. Because there was like a just like cult bullshit going, or like a spell going on pretty much, where it goes like, if Tweety gets eaten by Sylvester, all the bird-based superheroes and superpowered people die. But if Tweety doesn't get eaten by Sylvester at a certain time, all the cat theme super beings will die.
And I'm going to guess that was a giant crock of shit at the end.
Well, the thing is though, that was gonna happen, yes.
No, it ends in a great war. What do you mean,
No,
David?
I mean, yes, that happened though. Everybody fights, and then eventually, Claire and the Witch Boy goes, "I don't want this to happen." They go find the witch's coven, who's doing this shit, and it's the Luton Witch it is. who
Oh,
Witch Hazel.
green lady?
yes, yes.
Fucking Witch Hazel.
Eventually they stop her, and then the pot they were brewing was craft ale. It was. So everyone got drunk to dinner. So all basically like every cat and bird themed superpowered person, and even like all the like hit or like the like magical bees got drunk off craft ale at dinner. That's the only two I've actually read properly. I have. I forgot what the other ones were though. And also like all of the
There's a lot of comic books that you always do secondhand readings of. It's weird.
yeah. And there's a lot.
It's not just comic books.
There's a lot of stuff like that. Yeah.
The mangoes and the animals.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point here is that we've been seeing is that we got to use each of our mouthful molds in this area.
Mm.
Well, specifically for
Yeah.
their.
I'm all for looking for doing research, but sometimes just sit down and watch the fucking media, Lucky.
Unless it's obviously bad. You're
Yeah.
stealing all of their food, you monster.
Hey, they're just sitting here. If they're not gonna eat it, I'm taking it.
They're in a cafe.
So while they were
They're
Yeah, but the
Yes.
thing is, I come down here, they're not doing anything with it. Well, fine now.
again, they're like one of the interesting things though. Another fun fact is to stop this off. One thing about the whole DC news crossover is the backup story. The backup stories in the the books and shit are redone in the style of Looney Tunes with like Batman animators and shit, or like other ones that like the Sylvester Tweedy one. Is this like it's like the Batman the animated series and shit like Catwoman and like Justice League like Black Canary and shit like doing the thing with them doing the hosting. It's quite cool.
A weird design to imagine, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I was just checking, make sure there's nothing over there.
How are you supposed to miss that objective?
Which one?
To fit through all holes using mouthful.
Well, there are some that you can clearly skip.
I've come up with the best one. Daffy and Lex Luthor.
That's a match made in hell. It'll never last.
Basically, I've only seen like the powers of Twitter I have a few times as long as it may go. But long story short, is just like a Twitter image of Lex Luthor and like in a turret and shit. Daffy's response is it looks like a dick. Lex Luthor on an auto counter tries to rebuttal him. And Lex Luthor gets really heated about it. He does. It is great.
And all this time, turns out Daffy's the one who's trying to steal 40 cakes. I mean, it would be something you would do.
Just many as Fortes, and that's just
That's terrible.
Oh, this is a fun one. Lobo versus Roadrunner. Lobo and Roadrunner it is. Long of Wonder Woman and the Tasmanian Devil, but like in the realistic style they would be in the DC universe. Yeah, Joker and Daffy Duck with like Lex Luthor bullshit. Harley Quinn and what's the Red Monster's called?
Gossamer.
I know her
Gossamer.
name. So character design I recognize, but name, yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think I ever knew what his name was.
Neither do I, to be honest.
And now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is the Red Monster.
I really should get to play in that Bugs Bunny game.
If you ever do, that gives me the odd chance of going into playing back in action.
Yeah, that'd be one hell of a jump in quality, though, because the game in question I'm thinking of is on the Genesis.
Anything Looney Tunes related.
Yeah. One I played the most was the fucking. Well, I think was it Time something it was. Where you've all played as both Bugs and Taj do.
Oh, Bryan, that was certainly an ordeal for a target shooting.
Yes. Almost like I'm not good with using guns or something. I would have guessed.
I'd say practice, but I don't want Kirby to get good at that.
It's one thing you don't want to get good at.
If you can give a good argument in favor of Kirby getting good at a gun, I'm all ears.
Then he wanted to destroy buildings in Cappy Town. That's what happened last time he held a gun. He destroyed the goddamn jail.
Sorry, that never happened over here, remember?
I do the lighting in this game do a lot.
It better have decent lighting.
Considering what it is.
What is that Kirby doodle?
Yeah.
Well,
Who
It's
did
a
That
wonderful-
looks like it,
that? Was
that's,
DDD?
that looks like it's from Cartoon Buffoons.
anything badly drawn Kirby is from Cartoon Buffoons, if I'm being
It's
honest.
that, or the picture book from Rainbow Cast.
That's a wanted poster.
Yeah, it's a Wanda poster.
It's all the Rainbow Casting it is. Rainbow Paintbrush, you know, where they definitely...
Telling all enemies in the area, watch out for these two numbnuts.
I wonder who that for.
One's a pink blob. You really can't miss him, especially when he's destroying your goddamn homes.
You've probably
And
seen
then
before,
Kirby-
before
and
you
then
mouse.
Kirby, and then Kirby applies a spray paint job and turns himself chocolate.
And do not approach. This thing is not against murder.
No, Kirby goes around and paints it yellow for like, no crew, no keepies allowed.
Uh-oh.
So can you only just walk around when you use the light?
You can walk, it's just you become slower with the light press.
Ah,
And these damn stupid light sensitive Gordos.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Because, I mean, they probably slept for, like, hundreds of years, and then here comes Kirby with a light bulb. It's like, oh, my eyes.
Who
Or my eye.
disturbs our nap time?
Light bulb.
Must break.
And then surprise appearance is the frickin' iRock from Mario 64.
It's Rambo.
Now we fight hand to hand.
Honestly, why don't all the hand bosses just join together to be an unstoppable hand army?
led by Master Hand.
Yeah, Master Crazy and other
Sure.
ring masters.
I believe it. It's like there's too many floating head / floating arm or hand bosses that it's like, you know, there really should be like an order of them or
Like
something.
the trend it is.
It's a Nintendo trope.
Yeah.
The Order of the Hand. The Dark Hand.
Just the hand.
God damn it.
But that's Marvel though.
No, the hands are a bit thick.
Ah.
I brought this ramp up from the depths of hell and got paid for it.
Oh yeah.
It's a drawing.
What is that smile?
I guess nobody in the Beast Pack can fucking draw apparently.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to draw when you
I
got
worked real hard on that. I mean, he did that. Freaking loser did that.
Like,
I'm trying to
You know
imagine. I'm trying to imagine the Wolfie's trying to draw, and it's adorably sad.
it's just finger painting it, it's paw painting
It's
it is.
freaking King Deity who's possessed telling the Beast Pack about like Kirby and the upcoming approaches. So they're all trying to draw, but it clearly shows that none of them can draw.
I'm thinking, did you ever forget the first thing you see in Kirby's Adventure? They literally show you how to draw Kirby to do.
Yeah.
It's circle with two beat, like a bunch of like other shit. That's it.
Ta-da! It's Kirby.
No, I'll raise you one up, Lucky, and I'll give you that one video where somebody draws Kirby really badly and puts it in the game itself.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a video of somebody following the instructions, quote unquote, and it just cuts to them putting. You know how the game starts where it just pops up on screen after drawing Kirby? They do exactly that. It's just a horrible drawing.
part of me kind of wish you just ignored that coin.
But coin.
That would have bugged me to no end. That would have.
Exactly. It would have been a dick move.
But coin. They're actually important in this game.
Yes. Sleep. Mini
Oh,
sleeps.
that's mean.
Oh, now he sleeps.
That's
He's
mean.
sleeping.
Yeah,
Alright.
freaking Kirby Superstar with that one area where you have to avoid all the sleep power-ups.
Yeah.
In the giant wind tunnel room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, falling.
And funny enough, I think that's the one room you get the Mr. Saturn in.
Mm.
There are many treasures in Great Cave of Fence that don't make sense. Mr. Saren's just one of them.
And the version of the training.
They offer you the Triforce in this trying time.
How about the
Naughty,
false
no!
No, there goes the naughty.
And also, depending on
Was
which
Naughty
version of the
flattened
game you...
like a piece of paper?
Yes.
Yes, naughty was playing like paper.
And again, depends as well. Also depends on how 3-frame can. Jesus. It's also like fucking looking at what's it called? Like depending which version of the game you're playing for the Great Cave events and shit. You're playing English, Japanese, or Ultra.
No, I think the main difference is just Superstar and Ultra. I don't think there's any Japanese differences.
I think there might be. Well, at least name differences might be. Like actually, so
I hate thinking about these stages in Galaxy. I really
I
do.
gotta think about it. Like I don't.
Not fond of them.
Not really.
Have
No.
fun with those.
Start stage and immediately knows how to grab that
The
green star.
stage is okay. It's just finding the green stars afterwards is ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I like the star coins and stuff.
Well, star coins include you finding the freaking 5 gates thing.
Which means and dive, and dive,
How many?
and dive.
It's like 2 galaxies that are just the flying ones, right?
2 or 3.
Yeah, I know. It's like I can think of.
Yeah, there's not many.
I think of the first one you go to, and I like the lava one you go through.
I think there's 2, and it's just, when the damn monkey tells you, hey, do this again for a rematch.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the first you go to, and the lava one, I think more like 7, I think. To get a passage you go, Kirby.
Stupid monkey's gonna make a monkey out of us.
What got you, partner? I mean, why did it just seemed like this area was like underwater? It was, and
Well, considering that's all a bunch of dead coral.
there was a boat earlier. It's supposed to this area was full of water, and then eventually just
Try it up.
but something happened, and all the water just poof.
It happens.
Remember the frames there?
They got eaten by the desert.
Ah,
Remember, I'm playing this off just base Switch, so...
Well, it's not
Something
really that much of
won't
a
be
difference between this and the OLED models.
yeah.
Again, what does the OLED model do other than just making the screen a bit bigger?
Better battery,
Is that it?
pretty much.
Damn.
Buffer horn.
Yep. Buff a horn.
Moo.
Time for the boss.
Yep. Oh, he's opening the gate to the boss, because we're out of time.
Ah,
Not time.
out of time and out of touch. To fight ourselves. It's the WarioWare boss, or the WarioWare boss.
Warrior World.
DK64.
Yeah, I could see it.
Lights back for sudden. And there it goes.
Sun's very finicky in this area.
Yeah, apparently. All the really funky clouds that are only in one area and stuff.